she was in the car and she let me go inside like to like the gas station to go like get like a burrito. Well, there was a Snickers right next to the scanner and I let it like fall in my bag. Like it kind of fell in my bag and I was like, "Oh, I guess it's free." And the girl just wasn't paying attention to me at all. Mm-hmm. And so I just left it in the bag. And then when I got back to the car, I told my mom about it. I was like, "Check it out. I got a free Snickers." She slapped the shit out of me, dude.
She make you walk back and give it back and apologize?
Now
you have to smoke a whole box of candy bars.
No, I think I was grounded.
Okay.
I went through a klepto phase when I was a kid. Like I was trying to steal little dinosaur toys and like I was just like I don't know. I was just like I'm gonna see if I don't know. If I just wanted it and I was like get away with it. You know. I stole shit from my friends at houses. Yeah. Like I mean I was like 6, but like
right.
It was like a phase I went through for like 7 or 8 months. I would just steal shit and then I stopped.
I had a couple buddies that would do that a lot too, where they like. You'd catch them doing it during a specific time, and then they never did it again. I had a lot of friends that was still Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
And they would like be open about it, like they thought it was cool to tell you that they did it, and that like the guy didn't even notice. Like, shit
from
like
the
that.
store.
No.
From each other.
Yeah, from each other.
That's jacked up.
They'd be like playing a game against like someone that I guess was just like really bad, and he'd be like, "And I took his blah blah blah."
My buddy stole my comics.
Didn't even notice
I
it.
found my comics in his room, and then I left his house. He was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Taking my comics. Goodbye forever."
Nice. That was me with band T-shirts. I would always have friends do that.
Steal your band T-shirts?
Yeah, like ones that I got at like a fucking like at a live show. Like you're never gonna forget those ones.
Yeah, those are heirlooms.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I should have. I'd never had enough money to buy a T-shirt at a concert because I'd always spent all my money by that point, either on the concert or just blown it on shit, fast food and
me with weed
and CDs and shit.
I spent all my money on weed.
I got that Spiritualized shirt when we went to Eagles of Death Metal, Queens of the Stone Age, but I put it aside in the budget. $40. Luckily, the shirt was $35.
Dude, I went and watched Tool
for a fucking T-shirt.
At the time, I was just so obsessed with them that I wanted to get merch, and then they ended up not even having anything in a medium, which is what I wear.
Yeah.
So I bought like a hoodie and a large, and then when I got home and tried to wear it, it's like clearly like not a large, like it's an XL, like it's huge.
Yeah.
And it's like long, like I look like a little girl.
That's just how that's the 1990s style. You're like an OG Tool fan with like way oversized. You should have worn it with some Jinkos. You know what Jinkos are?
Yeah.
Did you ever see Jinkos?
Yeah, the Jinko jeans.
Yeah, like some of those.
The Billie Eilish jeans.
Yeah, maybe you could spike your hair up in a very Korn Papa Roach style. Or you could do dreads like what's his name from Korn. All the guys had Korn.
Throw away all of my deodorant.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only way to be down with the sickness.
Skate in Jinkos with a big, thick hoodie in the 90-degree weather and get sweaty and gross.
And then I need to be really bad at skateboarding, and when I fall, I'm like, fuck the rich, bro.
Yeah, and then all the girls that dye their hair black and have belly button piercings will want to fuck you. And they're 17 years old.
Just fucking trying to relive the Avril Lavigne phase. What's up with that? That shit came back.
Everything comes back. It's like cycles, dude. Ugh.
It's weird to, like, that's like, this is my first time that I'm experiencing something from when I was a kid coming back.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yes,
everybody wears like the bucket hats, like LL Cool J again.
Oh yeah, freaking New Radicals. Remember New Radicals? Remember that?
Yeah.
Get What You Give song.
Uh-huh.
That was when I was in high school. There was like 1 year of high school where bucket hats were a thing. Bucket hats and cargo shorts, and wearing long sleeve shirts with short sleeve shirts over them. But that was kind of a thing that went throughout the whole 90s.
I think the last fad that I participated
Getting addicted
in,
to opiates.
Yeah.
In my late 20s was the Ryan Adams alt country fad, like the plaid button down short sleeve shirt with long underwear, sleeves rolled up under it, and like the cuffs with the little rivets on them, boho hair, whatever, messy on purpose hair.
In like 2006.
Yeah, 3, 4, yeah.
Yeah, the Ryan Adams look.
Yeah, alt country.
Yeah, Wilco maybe a little bit.
Okay.
And then since then I've just had city issue clothing. I just wear whatever.
Since then you've been board shorts and a t-shirt and flip flops.
Yeah, because I moved to Florida right after that, and I just stayed.
Yeah, he's dressed like that since COVID. That was
You're about to go
COVID
swimming.
At
uniform.
least I'm not in my
Yeah.
unemployment towel. I used to have an unemployment towel. It was this huge beach towel, and that's all I wore. I was
What
like,
did
I don't
it
have
say
a-
on it?
It's from Pottery Barn. It just had like a tiki lady on it. It was pink.
Why was it your unemployment?
Because
towel?
I was on unemployment and I didn't have to do anything, so I just wore
Oh.
a towel all the time.
And so you never washed it because you were also lazy.
Yeah. I think I had to retire that towel because I got sex period blood on it.
Oh,
It's the best way to have to get rid of something.
yeah. I guess that is a good way to
Got blowed out.
take it to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my gym towel now, babe. Don't worry about it.
Well, hey, it's the God Awful Gospel Hour, and we're back on schedule. This is going to be an on schedule release, and we've got Eric back with us. And
Dog.
it is almost Juneteenth. I use the NPR pronunciation of Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
You know how whenever they say a name in Spanish, they'll really over enunciate it, make it sound real Spanish. Well, I do that with Juneteenth, but I use the black pronunciation, Juneteenth.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah,
Juneteenth.
yeah. So, I put
So
an
let me
F at
ask
the
you a
end of
question
it.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Man, ask you something. Do you guys feel ashamed? Tomorrow's shame day. You have to feel ashamed.
dude. I'm as a
Is that what it
the
is?
two of us are Texans. You were born here, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have to be more ashamed than you do because it was us. We were
Yeah.
the ones who didn't tell the slaves
Yeah.
that they had been freed for like 2 years.
I'm from the East Coast. I told them one time. I
Yeah.
did the right thing.
Well, the Mexicans tried to tell them, but they weren't listening to it.
We didn't teach the slaves Spanish is the problem. So they
Yeah.
couldn't understand what the Mexicans were saying whenever they were telling them, hey, you're free
Senor,
now.
just go.
Yeah.
It was probably a black guy that was supposed to tell them they were free, but he was late.
Oh.
Juneteenth sounds like teenjus. It's two
Yeah.
ways of putting a word together. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it's June 19th, Juneteenth, 9. That doesn't go together right. Teenjus.
Dangerous. Yeah. No, so because of it, I am drinking the end of my orange vodka mixed with Topo Chico. So it's kind of like an orange soda.
Yeah.
It tastes a lot like an orange soda. So I'm celebrating the holiday.
I had a huge watermelon Sandia agua fresca
Yeah.
today.
Unfortunately, I couldn't give Eric a watermelon.
Yeah.
I had to give you a
Strawberries.
strawberry because I only had strawberry, but it's still like a flavored soda, right?
Yeah,
Juneteenth.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that orange vodka with Topo Chico. It's like an orange soda, is what you said.
Yeah, it's like an orange soda.
It's like an orange soda, except it makes you crash into your living room.
Yeah.
I have to tell you guys something.
Mhm.
I got fingered in the butt today.
Really?
By a doctor?
Yeah.
By the government?
Yeah.
Who's the politician?
I have a new primary care physician.
General butt naked.
And
Oh, you're at prostate check age, aren't you?
yeah, she was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, fuck."
Yeah.
I knew what was next. I was like, I was 48. And she was like, "You haven't gotten checked for colon or anything?" And I was like, "Nah, I've just been getting physicals at work." And my last primary care guy moved when I was like 40.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "It's time to do your colon stuff." And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, we can do a stool sample, we can do a colonoscopy, but I need to check your prostate right now. And I was like, man, this is just like last week I went to get my eye looked at, and they're like, we're going to inject your eye with something. And I was like, I just came to talk about it. I didn't know we were going to do all this. And then
So you need to check your prostate. Am I gonna come?
yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, well, I might as well try to enjoy it. Apparently people enjoy this, Stifler, etc. You know, there are people that like having a finger in their butt.
I don't have to tell you if I'm gay, right?
But yeah, afterwards I was like, I guess I'm married to this woman now because she's gone farther with me than my wife has. And then I came home and told my wife, and she was jealous. She was like, what the fuck? She gets to finger your butt, and I don't. It's not fair.
You only let me use half of the butt plug. This is bullshit.
But yeah, her name is Dr. Hussein, and she was like, some people think that colonoscopies are intimidating, and I was like, you just finger pegged me. I don't care about a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have any tricks, like like when a doctor, like a really sweet doctor will be like kind of like talking to she's talking to you while she's gonna. Oh, it's not even that big of a shot.
Yeah.
Earlier I was talking to this one guy, and then they do it while they're
Yeah.
talking to you, like they
Yeah.
kind of sneak it up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, earlier someone came in here and they were, and then they don't, they just do it right earlier. I
That's
wonder
how
if
they
they
do
have
with
any
kids.
tricks.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, look out the window.
This
look at the
one
flowers.
guy came over here and
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was so nervous.
Does this rag smell like poppers to you?
It was the old joke if the doctor's got both his hands on your shoulders during the when he checks your prostate, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Where's your other hand?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it in now. I'm gonna be like, do I have to be awake?
Can you knock me out for this?
Yeah.
Can I go to sleep? I have ether.
I don't want to remember. Did you guys watch the basketball drama today? Was it a fight?
Oh yeah, it was. I think it was last
Basketball
night.
drummer?
Well, I think because it's Juneteenth, every black WNBA player gets a free shot at Caitlin Clark.
I was just about to. It's so funny because I wanted to be like what? Another one of them's got captured? Like what the hell? Quit with this CBD.
Oh, this blonde girl.
Just bring
hit her.
opiates and they'll let you fly.
Just get them when you're there. Yeah. Go find some Russian gangster.
They sleep in dumpsters, you know.
You remember in high school when you'd hear fight, 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 and everybody would run towards to see the fight?
Yes.
But if you heard girl fight, people are fucking sprinting.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I gotta see this shit. Girl
that's-
fights are better.
That's all the WNBA is now. They finally figured out how to make the WNBA interesting. Is they make it like cat fight, Real Housewives drama shit.
like hockey.
Yeah.
And is this like organic or is it like it's?
Well, it's because the absolute best female basketball player in the world now is a white chick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of the black chicks just beat the shit out of her.
That was a little blonde girl that tagged her
But
face.
in this one that just happened last night in this WNBA game, this Caitlin Clark game, it was a white chicks.
Yeah, 'cause the black girls were off for
knocking her
Juneteenth. They
down,
weren't playing.
poking her in the eyes and stuff.
Oh
Actually, I
shit.
can pull it up. Let me see if I can.
The black girls were off for Juneteenth. They weren't playing. They're taking a day off. That is not my job. I am
Yeah.
on my break.
Yeah, sir. That is
It's up
not
to
my
you now,
job.
white bitch. Beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, there's a couple better angles
Yeah,
because
this is awesome, isn't it?
she looks like she was just playing Got Your Nose.
10-point lead for the
Yeah.
Fever.
Look at that. Watch her. She goes, boom, and she gets her in the eyes.
What did she do?
She went to her eyes.
Yeah,
God
I
damn.
need to see it from the other angle. And then her homegirl came and flattened her.
Clark hits the deck.
They knock down Caitlin Clark all the time.
Yeah.
Like all of the girls just try and knock her down because she is the best. She's
Yeah.
the best WNBA player.
She's a man. She's trans. It's not even a
Hell
real.
yeah, I would put it in her butt or his butt.
They're they them's butt.
Now she and my absolute favorite part about all this WNBA drama is all the chicks involved are ugly.
Yeah. The blonde girl looks okay, but
Yeah, that blonde girl's hot.
I still can't tell if she even did anything. She just played Got Your Nose.
She just
Yeah,
finger
you
jabbed her.
Still kind of
bitch.
can't see it.
And then she stomach punched
I
her,
need
and
a
then that
mic.
shit came in.
I need a mic. I need to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Fuck you, cunt, bitch.
This is excessive.
What?
We don't like men's around here.
She needs to start wearing those goggles or that full
Yeah.
face mask.
Damn.
Dude, Beefcake came up and handled Biz. Don't fuck with Big Barbara.
JC Sheldon looks like she's trying to make a play
She
on the
tit
board.
mashed her into the ground.
Damn, she just walked away too. Number 3's hot. Let's go.
She's like, how
I mean,
about?
there are some good. Like that chick's hot.
She beat her up with her boobs.
Throughout the whole game,
Bam.
Caitlin Clark has been getting
Put her whole weight in it. See the little blonde
I
ponytail
don't know
girl's
about
not
you
bad.
guys, but I like
There's
these
just been a tall lot of women. physicality throughout
I'm
this
into
game.
it.
Oh, I saw one at the doctor's office today. She was like, yeah. I let her beat me up.
Hearing three
You can beat me up,
technical
baby.
fouls. One on-
Yeah, so I think all three of them got in
one
trouble
on
for
Tina
this
Charles. Those will
thing.
cancel, and one on Mabry.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
fu-
nice,
fu-
nice little fight.
If my dick weren't here, I'd be like, fuck them.
Yeah.
But
Gotta
the
leave it at
general's
home.
calling the shots.
Detachable penis.
I don't think they did anything wrong, actually.
Yeah, I think that they should have fought more, and it should have been allowed. Like that should have got them points in the basketball game.
I heard a girl fight in
God gave you
D.C.
fists.
in Washington, D.C. Or like around the corner, around the block, I could hear two girls fighting. And I was like, I don't want any of that, whatever that is. That sounds horrible. So, you know,
They have a cup.
usually if you feel trouble, you cross the street in a bad neighborhood. I went, like, I made the whole block. I went around the whole other way. I was like, I don't want to even be involved. And then a piece of hair in a ball, like with the wind blew it down the street.
Like a
After
tumbleweed.
it was tumbleweave. Came off the girl's hair.
Is it? Could you tell? How did the yells sound?
Dark.
Yeah.
Girl, fuck you.
Oh, we were watching Sinners and calling it From Dusk Till Darkness.
Yeah. From dusk till dusk.
I'm surprised your instinct was to run away. If I heard two girls fighting, my instinct would be to like run and see.
Usually you want to see. It depends on it. At school, people always want to see because it's a controlled environment. Somebody's going to come put a stop to it. But in Southeast DC, behind the Capitol, I usually go away from the danger.
You're like, they're gonna blame it on me.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Closest male in
That's my man,
proximity.
bitch.
Yeah.
See, Elon posted his drug test results 2 weeks after he was acting all fucked up.
What?
And his drug test is right over, like the Central Market I go to over here every day. It's like it's like right by that. It's on Saddle Pass.
So he came over here and got his.
They stay around.
That is the person who hooked him up with the fake ass piss test. Obviously,
a bunch of the Austin billionaires live in like Westlake and Southwest Austin.
Yeah, so I guess that was I don't know why it was the one off Saddle Pass.
Why did he even post it in the first place?
Because people have been saying he's on drugs.
You can see Rogan riding up and down Brody.
And you know what? It's probably because Trump thinks he's on drugs. That's the only way because he's trying to get back in Trump's good graces. So
anybody can pass a drug test 2 weeks later.
He's trying to get back in his graces, really?
Yeah, he apologized, said he went after he said that Trump is in like the Epstein files and all that. Now he's like, I went too far, and he apologized, and apparently he's like trying to get back in Trump's good graces now.
Was he trying to say that he was lying? Like he just said that just to stir up?
So that's the
drama?
thing, right? Either
that's the truth, or he's just taking it back now?
Right. Either Donald Trump is participating in like child rape and child trafficking and all that shit.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk was totally fine working with him until just now because of the bill he
bringing
didn't
his son around, his baby,
or he made it
bring his kids around. Or Elon Musk is the kind of piece of shit who, when he gets mad at you and he owns a social media network, he'll just call you a child rapist and a pedophile and a human trafficker.
I was actually thinking about this because somebody was talking about it on a podcast recently. But like it's not the first time he's done that. Do you remember when he was going to try to save those...
Whenever he came up with the idea for the guys who were stuck in the cave, the kids were stuck in the cave, and the guy was like, that's not going to work, that's stupid.
And he
called him
fuck you, pedo
guy. Yeah,
yeah, he called him a pedo.
Because he was a white man, American man who lived in Thailand. He called him a pedo.
Yeah.
It's the only reason you would go
as
a
fault.
white man to live in Thailand would be to bang kids.
You're like barely getting your life back, and someone's like, pedo. You're stuck in a fucking cave.
Yeah.
and the richest man on the planet's like, pedo.
I wonder if it's a Thailand tourist agency or is it whatever their company that handles their commercials. Visit Thailand from around the world. Do they do anything to try to counteract like the reputation of ladyboys, or do they just lean into it?
That's just part of the game.
I'm sure they lean into it.
That's just
Come
part
try
of the
the
thing.
delicious fresh fruits.
It's like saying like do we like try to get rid of like all of the homeless people on 6th Street? It's like it's just part of the culture.
Yeah.
You have to celebrate it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I'd run for mayor with on my platform would be a final solution for the homeless problem.
Yeah,
we feed them to the Tesla dogs. We gotta feed them to the Tesla dogs.
Just let them live in the Waymos that get set on fire during the protests. The problem takes care of itself.
Yeah, you saw the South Park episode about what they do with the homeless people in Denver, right?
No, actually.
It basically turns into like a Dawn of the Dead situation where they got a giant bus and they have like loudspeakers on the fortified bus because all the homeless people are like zombies, right?
Right.
And so they have these
open
bus
micers.
drive through them with loudspeakers on it, and Cartman sings a song that goes, California, it's cool to the homeless. California, super cool to the homeless. And they get all of the homeless people to follow them to California from Denver. Yeah. That's what Austin is. Austin is just that for Texas.
They just run all the way there behind Forrest Gump.
I used to live in Denver, so I know how bad they are.
I mean, it's Denver's the same as Austin. It's the liberal city, whatever. Same as Portland, same as all of us. They all come to the nice blue liberal cities because it's just better for them.
Well, in particular, when I lived there, it was like right when they legalized recreational.
Yeah.
And like they literally did it like January 1st, 2013. I moved there like 4 days before that.
Okay, yeah.
Because my girlfriend at the time was going to go to like art school, and I moved with her, and so she was going there for that January semester. And I remember there was just such an uptick in those first couple of months when I lived there. And everybody around me was like, "There's so much more than there used to be. They think we would think they're here for the weed because now they won't go to jail." And it was like crazy for a little bit there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget. I brought my drummer. At the time, I was like, I still had like my band back in Texas. I brought my drummer up there. He came and visited me, and we were downtown. And one of the guys was geeking. I mean, just like literally like it looked like he was having a seizure.
Yeah.
And you just keep driving. I'll never forget. He was like, "Dude, what do we do? Look!" I look over. And I'm like, "Yeah, we just gotta go." But he was just, you could see he was like so stricken, like, "Holy shit! What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
I mean, he was geeking.
Everything reminds me of a show. So there's that scene in The Sopranos whenever Meadow is in New York City with her roommate, and there's like a homeless person just laying on the sidewalk, like looks like he's dead. She's like, "Oh my god, I have to help him." Whatever. you were Meadow in that one, saying, "No, just leave him alone. Like just ignore him." Yeah, that's funny.
Have you ever been in a position where you had to state your pronouns for something, like email a signature? Or
Thank God, no.
yeah, you're lucky.
I don't even associate with people that like do.
Yeah, we have it at our work. It's still optional, but so you can see who does it and who doesn't.
Pronouns people.
Yeah.
Comedy, luckily, I think gets me far away from all of those individuals.
Yeah,
They don't really.
it's almost past like the pronoun thing. Everybody has enough people. We've hit critical mass of people who are like, yeah, it's pretty stupid to put your pronouns in everything.
Yeah. Well,
So-
the world wanted to listen to the kids and let the kids make all the decisions for a second there.
Yeah.
And it's finally starting to go away where we're realizing, oh, these are just a bunch of dorks on the internet.
It's a bunch of white women in HR listening to dorks on the internet,
Yeah.
thinking that that's what it is because they read it in The Atlantic or Salon.com.
Yeah,
That's what caused all that. But that stuff's kind of gone now, to the point where like if somebody has pronouns in their bio, it's almost like you were into hair metal in 1995.
Right.
It's like being into disco in like the 1984.
Right. That's actually a
years
good
after
example.
disco was a thing.
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of what pronouns and some of the kind of internet woke stuff is now. It's like we're way past that, dude. You're actually kind of telling on yourself and how like outdated your style is at this point, right?
The white stripes are out, but you're still into Sugar Ray.
Yeah, right.
Like
What's
from
weird
It's like
too
being into nu metal in like 2010.
Right.
you know,
Right.
It's like it's not
I
2002
kind of
anymore.
wanted to say that. I would be like, yeah, it's like being a Korn fan in
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah. I still listen to a lot of Stained, dude. Their new album's pretty good.
Still down
It's
with
Apparently, all that
2011.
shit's making a comeback again.
Yeah, well,
No,
it's
gonna
because
be
the
ICP all over.
Like everybody loves the Deftones. Where did that come
no,
from?
the Deftones are awesome.
I'm not saying they were bad, but they
Yeah.
they circled around. Like
Well,
young people love them now.
Well, that's because of TikTok. Like old songs like that are getting put into little TikTok videos.
Oh, okay.
Radiohead has a song from OK Computer from 1997 that was not one of their most famous songs at all, called "Let Down," and I guess they've been using it in TikTok videos or something. And now it's like it's broken the top 100 of the charts, and now it's like it's become a hit. And
That's what
like,
I'm saying,
these
all
years
that-
later.
Pavement.
Yep.
There's a Pavement song, "Harness Your Hopes." That got big. It was like a B-side.
You know what the first one of this was? It was the Kate Bush, the running down that hill or whatever. The one from Stranger Things, because all the kids watching Stranger Things,
They're
Yeah.
making edits.
yeah, that was in an episode, and they all started listening to it. Josh's daughter Ivy actually is pretty plugged into like the kid music, what the kids are into, and it's all shit from like the 90s, 2000s, just whatever like suddenly starts trending.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the kids go back to whatever that artist was or whatever that decade was, and they start listening to all that music.
She tried telling us about the Smiths. We're like, I'm from the Smiths.
yeah.
That was 92.
You merely adopted the
This
Smiths.
is when I
I
was
was born in it,
Exactly
you know?
15 years old when the Smiths came out. It was perfect for me.
One day I'm gonna be older and people are like, did y'all hear about what the Catholics do to little people, like the young boys? It's like, yeah, I was there.
We already went through that, and like we
you-
had like a whole movie about it. It's called
Yeah.
Spotlight. It won
I
Best
was the
Picture.
boy.
What if Radiohead got on TikTok because Tom York paid some dumb slut to put his song in the background of her clip? It's like, please
we're
help
going
us
to
stay
see now.
relevant.
Is you're going to put our song in TikTok, and then we are going to have another hit from OK Computer, which is
Can you help us recycle,
our
please?
greatest album.
You know, I think Stranger Things was actually responsible for like a lot of that stuff in general. coming back.
Yeah, that was a big
Like, even-
what do you
even
call it?
from-
Vector, like a retro vector.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Because I feel like even like in like 2017, 18 when it first came out, it was like there was like 80s songs and stuff that were in there that was like even like certain synthesizers and stuff
Yeah.
that they used.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of those that I just in bands I was listening to at the time, like
Yeah.
even like metal bands and like
Somebody
the
made
kind
a
of like
Tame Impala
psychedelic
remix
rock
of that.
bands. They were like bringing in those sounds again.
Yeah.
And I just remember it being distinctly after that first season was like huge. You
Yeah.
know, like because that's you didn't hear that stuff in music anymore. People completely stopped, and then after that, you'd hear all that stuff all the time.
Yeah, there was a I don't know, it's been interesting now that I am I'm over 40, seeing how those cycles have happened and how the internet's changed it, because at some point, that kind of shit.
It's Tame Impala, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It brings back all of those.
What is it called? Vaporwave?
Forever young. We're gonna get us copyright struck.
So yeah, the pronoun lady at work she's a foreign woman from somewhere, and you can't tell from her name that she's a woman. It's a bunch of can I buy a
You
vowel?
can't tell from her name that she's a.
No.
Her name's like Henry.
That's I have no idea.
Yeah.
So, but then she has her under it. So
It's like a fat black woman named Henry.
yeah. So I was imagining like an Indian guy at work looking at her email signature and being like, I wonder if oh yes, that's a woman. Can I please touch your pussy? Oh my God, yes. Just they see the she her and get horny immediately.
Which is a woman.
Oh hell yeah, she must be down. She's got a pussy.
Yeah.
That's for me to have.
I just still can't help but picture the like
was
a big
going-
fat black woman with the name. Yeah, I know how it sounds,
And,
Yeah,
then,
my
but
name's-
that ain't it.
My name Henri.
and then there's an
Oh,
Italian guy.
Also, I'm gonna need to take Juneteenf off.
The H is silent, bitch. Okay,
Then there's an
sorry.
Italian guy that sees he, him pronouns, and he's like, you want to fucking fight? You think you're better than me? He can't see anything masculine without being like, but yeah, my thing that bugs me about pronouns is I don't want anybody talking to me about me in the third person.
Like
So
behind
don't,
my back. What? Why do you know my pronouns? You gonna fucking talk about me behind your back?
Yeah, my pronouns
Yeah.
are you
What are you
slash
fucking
Josh.
saying about me? What are you
Address
saying
me to
about
my
me?
fucking face.
Yeah. Dude, that's good.
It's a very self-centered way of thinking. Everyone's going to be talking about me, so I better tell them how I wish to be referred to when you talk about me, because everyone's always referring to me.
That's a
It's
good.
still, God, yeah, it still sounds. I don't know.
That's a good character. The guy who doesn't want to tell you his pronouns because he thinks that you're gonna talk shit about him behind his back.
I don't want you to know.
Yeah.
Why do you need to know?
My pronouns are talk shit / get hit.
Yeah. My pronouns are in first person. You must always only speak to me about me. Yeah.
I have no pronouns, so you're not allowed to speak to me
Yeah.
unless you don't use pronouns.
I'm getting r/food safety coming up in my algorithm on Reddit because I check every once in a while. I'll like
What
take
do-
some old shit to work and Google if I should still eat it, if it was from home or it was like leftovers.
Yeah.
So it's gotten into my algorithm, food safety. So this lady posted, my kid's dad says leaving pizza on the counter overnight is fine. And all these other moms chimed in and they were like, no, the danger zone for cheese is this many hours in room temperature. And it was like, from reading it, she put my kid's dad thinks doing this is fine.
Yeah.
Obviously they're divorced. Obviously she left them with him for the
Right.
weekend. Obviously when she was picking the kids up, she was like, did they eat? Have you fed them anything? And he was like, yeah, we had pizza. And she saw the pizza on the counter and she was like, did you fucking give them that that was just sitting out there? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. And then she fucking posted it on Reddit and all these other hen houses chimed in and were like, yeah, actually you're right. Empower you, woman, voice, live your journey. You're allowed to be upset about this.
So
But then I told my wife about it and she's like, that's bullshit. We eat old pizza all the time. You can leave it out. It's not. That lady was just being a bitch.
So what you're saying is the AI robots on Reddit have also figured out how to act like annoying cunts.
Yeah.
Maybe they just figured out that I don't like women and they're making me hate them more by sending
Like,
me
yeah,
this
I'm
shit.
real and I have big titties too. I'm definitely a human. Did they get rid of those bots, by the way?
I don't
on
know.
Reddit?
I don't know.
They just said that they exist. They didn't say that they're gone.
Yeah, there's that's we're getting to that point. I don't know if you've heard about dead internet theory or whatever.
I've heard of. I have not heard
so
about.
basically, there's a theory that like 90% of everything happening on the internet is just bots now.
Oh my god.
So if you're talking to someone that you don't know on like a social media site or something like Reddit or on Twitter or whatever, it could just be a bot.
Damn it! So they
Not
haven't
a real
deported
person.
any of those Mexicans.
I mean, I'd rather it have been a bot than a gay dude that was telling me that she was a lesbian on AOL when I was little, and I was trying to ask her about her scissor banging. I got fooled into like trying to talk dirty to a lesbian lady on AOL.
She's
and
like,
I told
"Yeah,
my
I
friends,
munched-"
and they were like, I was talking to this lesbian girl. She was telling me all about what she does. Yeah, with her girlfriend munching. And they were like, that was a dude, right? That was a gay dude. That was just a dude trying to get a kid to talk to him about sex.
Yeah,
And
it's
posing
always
as
a
lesbian.
dude. It's always a dude. Yeah.
But
So I'd prefer a bot to that. Then there's not a real perv anywhere.
is it perverted though if he's pretending to be something that he can't?
He's
like, yeah, I'm a lesbian.
Is
Woo.
that cosplay or
Yes, I
cultural
munch
appropriation?
carpet. He's like the 40-year-old virgin, but like of dykes.
Yeah. Our vaginas are like bags of sand.
Yeah, I eat pussy.
I'm a cool lesbian. I have a flannel shirt. I'm a like woodworking.
Yeah,
It is perverted, but it doesn't bother me for some reason. I'm like, well, Oh yeah, but then there's a kid involved. Never mind.
Yeah. Right.
Well, he's an adult now. I'm all grown up and I'm fine. Nothing happened to me except I got fingered by the doctor today.
So you're a generation below us, right? Or,
Yeah,
or,
like
behind
one, I
us,
think.
right?
I'm 31. What are y'all?
I'm 43. He's
48.
8.
I'm dead. I'm done.
We were in like AOL chat rooms. I was on like bulletin board systems like BBSs before like America Online and all that shit.
Oh wow, I didn't
But-
know there was anything before America Online.
Oh yeah, there was news groups and Usenet, and then there were bulletin board systems. There was chat rooms on those and everything.
See, I think my introduction, in terms of like my memory of using the internet,
Yeah.
was AOL Online.
AOL, yeah. So yeah, that was probably your first
ASL
chat. Did you?
online.
I assume you had like AOL Instant Messenger. That's probably what you and all your friends messaged on when you were really young, right?
Yeah, I had like the MSN. As
MSN
well.
Messenger, yeah, that was
MSN
another
Messenger.
one.
I would use like the webcams like real early on and
Okay, yeah.
jack off to my girlfriend at the time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you get to have remote sex?
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's pretty cool. I was in the 8th grade looking at my girlfriend from like 4 hours away,
All pixelated.
all pixelated, jacking off, and being like, "I think I hear your dad."
I keep trying to get my wife to do that at home on FaceTime. She's like, you can just come upstairs. And I'm like, well, in a second.
It's harder if it's not allowed.
Let's workshop this and then until I'm ready to come upstairs. Let's pretend we're 20 or 15 or whatever. No, I guess not. Yeah.
Dude, my
19.
My mom fucking came in the front door one time when I was doing that, and I was in like the 9th grade.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend was still on, and I just didn't say anything. I just jumped up and I like ran to the back laundry room. I
Came
just
on your mom.
panicked because my pants were in my room.
Yeah.
I had like gotten naked in my room, and then I went to the living room, and so I didn't know where to go. Like as soon as the front door opens, we had like the computer like in
Dude,
the living
always
room.
keep a spare pair of boxers handy. Come on.
I was a 9th grader. I was retarded.
Yeah, at all times. Yeah.
All I was thinking was like,
this is where you learn to keep the spare pair of boxers.
Exactly.
This is
Like
this is the experience.
we
that
would go
brings
from
you
the phone because we would talk on the
Yeah.
phone, and then she'd be like, "I want to see you," and then we'd like get on MSN.
Yeah,
And
right.
we'd turn on our webcams.
Yeah, show each other buttholes. And
She
shit.
recorded it. She still has all that footage. She's waiting for you to
She
get.
probably could.
She's waiting for your 4th Kill Tony appearance. Like, I have all of your janking videos.
So here's his dick from the 9th grade. Why do you still have these?
I'm going to get you charged with child pornography.
It's okay. He's an adult now. He's 31 now, so it's fine. This is a 31-year-old man's baby penis.
I didn't realize my ex liked me like that. What a pedo.
She misses you so much, she archived you.
And we were talking about that on the Discord today. That like how much of that shit from those times is just lost.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
now, since Facebook or whatever, all that stuff's still there.
Right.
But like the shit I said on MySpace is long gone. My Hotmail account. Do you remember Hotmail?
I still have it.
You still have a Hotmail account?
Yeah.
I don't have my Hotmail account. I had some really awesome emails in there, and I
Ninja
probably had some
flip.
pretty awesome attachments to those emails from my girlfriend at the time.
Damn it.
But they're all gone, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of that shit's gone. What is the first, like, what are the websites that you remember when you had to go to a website and type in a website address? Like, what websites did you go to when you were like a teenager?
Like funnyjunk.com.
Funny Junk, right? Yeah.
Funny Junk.
Yeah.
The games I would play at the time, the only place you could get games was like Nabisco World.
Oh, right, right.
Like Nabisco had its own like online
Flash
video
games.
games.
Is this like before Newgrounds? You remember Newgrounds?
It was like a little before
Were you
Newgrounds.
in
Yeah.
Club Penguin?
Club
Yeah.
Penguin, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Club Penguin. I used to play Club Penguin. I would play RuneScape.
RuneScape was a
Yeah.
big one, right?
But Newgrounds was the shit. Once Newgrounds came
Yeah.
out, then there was like straight up you could play like hundreds of Flash games.
Oh yeah,
I would watch those. Do you remember like the Flash?
You're the man now, dog. Did you do that?
Do what?
YTMND. You're the man.
You're the
now.
man now, dog.
I
You're
don't
the man now,
remember that.
dog. Oh, that was a. Well, anyway, go on about the Flash games.
Well, no, there was eventually like a section where they would have like they would label themselves as games, but they were actually like Flash movies, and they were like stick figures.
Yeah,
and they would
Yeah, I
be
remember that.
fighting like
yeah.
and it would
the
be
stick
like
figure fights.
Yeah,
I remember
super
those. Those were
violent.
awesome.
Yeah, the
they were
bloody
amazing.
violence.
They were like
badass.
Matrix level.
Yeah.
Like they would do a bunch of slow motion
Yep.
stuff, and a guy would be like sneaking into a compound and kill everybody on the way, like John Wick stick figures.
Yeah.
It had good frames.
Yeah, it was
per
Matrix
second.
style shit.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it would slow down. That was back when like Max Payne was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Max
like,
Payne's still cool.
well,
Max Payne it will always be cool.
It was a big thing. It was a big thing back
Now-
The
then.
most
I
recent
like-
Max Payne is Max Payne 3, and that's kind of solidified everything.
now I like corrupt cops. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I've got fucking bills to pay, bitch.
Now I see it. I'm like, oh, that guy's a pussy.
Yeah.
That's the way of the world, buddy.
But no, so from very early on I was on the Something Awful forums. I wasn't a big poster, but I just read everything on the Something Awful forums.
Yeah.
That's where 4chan came from. That's also where like Tumblr and Social Justice Warriors came from. That
Okay.
was like internet culture started at the Something Awful forums.
I think you're so right about the Tumblr thing because I was really into Tumblr,
yeah.
and I felt like there was a lot of stuff on
Like
there.
links to Something Awful or link back.
Well, no, there would be a lot of like stuff that was like highly opinionated. It was like early keyboard warrior type stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tumblr is where Social Justice Warriors got started.
I think so too. Yeah, because it
Yeah.
was like where like art meant like irony, but also like there was always like a message where like you would read the board, then you'd be like, oh, okay, I guess this is what I think.
Yeah.
You know what I
right.
mean? It was that early like
Yeah.
this is in vogue to stick up for this, even though you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You would just share it and put it on your story too. You know.
Yeah.
Did you go to the protest and get pussy? You're like poster boy for. You could have gone and said, "I'm a."
Could have worn a Che Guevara shirt.
I haven't, but I've wrote a lot of jokes about it.
Oh yeah.
About like going. You know.
Yeah, there's those people that were like sovereign citizens yelling, "Am I being detained?" They could have tried that shit there, and the ICE guys would have been like, "Yes, you're being detained." This is
No, I haven't been paying a lot of attention. I just knew that it happened, and I decided to write some jokes about it the day of.
Okay.
And then
Let's see.
I'm doing like the thing I'm doing is where I'm like I'm playing dumb, where I don't like know what it's about.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so afraid to perform these. I'll just do it too. I'm basically telling people I'm like, well, I've been really lonely, you guys. I'm so lonely. The other day I went and hung out with a bunch of strangers at a protest. I'm like, I don't know what it was about, but that's the best Mexican food I've ever had. Yeah, I tried to ask one of the
Everyone's
guys,
asking me if I'm okay, and I was like, "Sure."
well, I tried to ask one of the guys for a cold drink. He goes, "Fuck ice." I'm like, "Hey, room temp's fine. Room temp." They kept calling me a cool nickname though. What was it? Pinche Hoto. Y'all heard that one? Yeah, Pinche Hoto. That's a Star Wars character, I think.
If you're not lighting a Waymo on fire, you're a pinche hotel.
Yeah. So I like going the angle of like playing dumb.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know what it even was.
Oblivious, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm just a guy that was in the area that day.
Yeah.
It's like a guy who
company.
goes and says, "I'm not scared of pepper spray," and tries to get girls, and they're like, "Why? Have you been pepper sprayed before?" Yeah, at another protest. not for any other reason.
What's up, guys? I'm like into protests.
or just the guy who shows up at the protest and just goes, I'm not afraid to be pepper sprayed. I've been pepper sprayed all the time by chicks.
I actually can't
Women
get hard.
pepper spray me all the time. It's fine.
I don't even know what the cause is. I'm like, fuck them. What are our pronouns, people?
I have a Pavlovian response to getting pepper sprayed. I get a boner now because every other time it's been in a sexual situation.
This is bullshit. They're never going to take us. Them. I mean, yeah, them.
I saw a bunch of those signs that said, like, you can't deport people from stolen land or whatever. And it was like, we stole it fair and square. It's like 200 years ago.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I'm gonna be real. I was thinking that on the way here because I saw this post that said this morning. It said, there is nobody. I think it said nobody is illegal on stolen land.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Every country is stolen land.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Every land where someone has existed, somebody was probably there before, and somebody like won it fair and square. By raping and pillaging.
Yeah.
yeah.
We came and took it. And then we made a flag that said, come and take it. And no one else was able to come and take it because we came and took it so hard. It lasted forever.
That's kind of what I think. Like, I'm not saying it's right, but like whenever, like stealing land is like, that's like the whole, it conquered. It got conquered.
What's the thing where the crime runs out and you're not in trouble anymore, Pat? Statute of limitations. What's the statute of limitations on stealing a country?
Yeah, on stealing
200
land.
years, come on.
Yeah, from the native. And it was because...
If you can get away from a rape charge
Right.
after 4 years.
And it sucks because that's turned into like a conservative right-wing Tucker Carlson argument.
Yeah.
But it's also true. It's
Well, yeah, we don't
it's
we're not fighting
like
every other country for what they did to
Yeah.
earn being a country however long ago.
the Native American tribe that was here probably took out the tribe before them. I mean, this shit's been going on since there have been people.
Yeah, they
It's
were
like
murdering.
Elden Ring. It's like, just get good, bruh.
Yeah, it's a skill
Like-
issue.
Like, sorry. if
You
were-
lost your country on a skill
I'm
issue.
sorry we were better at you than you at everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't beat Elden Ring because I suck. That's
Yeah.
me. I'm the Native American.
Yeah. I'm sorry we figured out how to think about things first.
Yeah.
That's why we had awesome ships and cannons.
I think if you
and-
like killed everybody and took their land, you kind of earned it.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying it's right, but like,
I'm
that's-
sorry we're the ones that realized if we give you blankets from our sick people, all of you will get sick and die, and then we get the land. I'm sorry we're the ones that figured that out, and you're the ones that didn't figure that out, okay?
Well, it's one of those games where I'm like, look, I don't like the rules,
Yeah.
but they are the rules.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yeah, it's a fucked up game, but that's how you play it.
That's what you need to reply to anybody who posts that, like, you can't be illegal on stolen lands, but don't hate the player, hate the game, girl.
Yeah,
I don't like
Get
what
up in
my
them guts.
it's so
Yeah.
fucked up.
You
want to
have a debate? Come over to my house. We have a debate on politics.
Yeah, I'm used to getting pepper spray. Come on over and debate. I don't like what my dad did for a living, but that's how I grew up and was able to eat the whole time. It was a military-industrial illusion of democracy. He was a defense contractor
Oh, really?
in D.C., and we lived in the suburbs in Virginia, and we had a nice house.
Your dad's like that scene on the Star Wars 8 that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
He makes the weapons.
Yeah, he's the,
Yeah, actually, both sides are bad because they both have weapons. So
the same guy.
yeah, there you go. I mean, it's both sides are bad, actually.
And the rich got richer.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can't stand more. Like my neighbor.
Yeah.
Every time I run into my neighbor, I don't know how he does it. It's actually like impressive. But like we'll be talking and like somehow like 2 minutes into it, he's like, the rich, am I right? Like just every single time we talk about anything, it could be anything.
It's the new Jews. You just blame them for everything that goes wrong. It's the
I
rich
know.
people that did it.
You know, it's funny
You
that
need
you
a
say that.
scapegoat.
I've actually been wanting to. I haven't like wrote that actually like the full angle on it, but I want to do a thing like. Y'all been seeing all this drama with the Mexicans lately. We're about to be a protected class. Ooh, so excited!
3 more years. It's
Can't
going to swing
wait.
back Democrat, and I'm going to be special.
I'm about to get booked for the color of
Yeah.
my skin. Let's
my
fucking
skin
go.
color is gonna make up for my sex just a little bit more pretty soon.
Watch out, Jews! A new victim's in town.
People getting mad at rich people is like everybody got mad at my buddy Stringer for getting all these gigs. He made a fake flyer that said he was on MTV and Conan, and then he got all these comedy gigs like in the Valley in Corpus. And everybody here got mad. They're like, he lied on his flyer. Like, you weren't going to get those gigs. You're in Austin being an art fag.
Right.
Nobody
right.
was going to go down to El Paso and try to work that club, and he did, and he made it. And everyone lies on their resume all the time. It's not called show friends. It's called show business.
But
Yeah.
the
They
difference
can't get mad at rich people. You weren't going to get that money anyway.
well, but
Like it would all have gone to you.
the difference from that though is that there is also the game of if you lie on your resume, you could get banned from doing comedy in Austin because that's basically what happened.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
But a big part of it was how just naturally good he was.
Who again?
Our friend John Stringer. He ran an open mic with Josh, and he does cruise comedy and lots of just. He's just a touring comedian now.
He got ostracized from the Austin comedy scene.
I remember y'all told me
like
this story. I
2013,
kind of forgot.
Yeah, but basically, I guess he made up some credits, and people in Austin comedy found out about it, and he kind of got, like nobody would book him in Austin or that
after
kind of
that.
stuff. So he basically just stopped. But then he went all over Texas,
Yeah,
and now
and
he does
he's a
cruises
professional
and
comedian, and that's his only
he
job.
does those things. Yeah,
Well, kudos to him for at least like doing something about it. He could have dipped
came
out
and took it.
just known as
He said, "Come and take it." He came and took it. You
yeah,
gotta
exactly.
take it. If you want it, you gotta fucking get it.
Like making up credits is lame, but like at least he didn't steal jokes or something.
yeah. It would have been worse because that was the thing is that he was really just naturally good.
Yeah.
He was naturally funny off the top
He
of
just
his
had to get
head.
out
He
in
had
front
a
of some
good
people.
stage presence. He had a lot of energy.
Now that I think
all
about
that.
it, I could give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
as long
No.
as he like wrote his own shit
Yeah.
and he had a good act.
His only problem is he needed
like-
to be in front of more people, and that was the only way to get in front of more people was to say you were on.
I kind of
Conan
can't
Road.
hate that.
No,
Like especially if it like got him like booked better jobs.
that's like
and
what
stuff.
Bill Burr said to Oprah about Lance Armstrong when she was like, "How could you?" And he was like, "You know how many fucking necks Oprah stepped on to get to where she was at? The Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't make an omelet without killing a few Jews or whatever the saying is.
Yeah. That's funny.
A Jew omelet.
I always think about Bill Burr, and when they ask him about, like, don't you think you went a little hard on Catholicism? He's like, don't you think they went? They're like, what did he say?
They
Don't
went,
you think-
you think when you went a little too far? He's like, "You think the Catholic Church went a little too
yeah,
far?"
yeah. That's how he works.
And there are still altar boys. You can still be an altar boy. You'd think that would be the first thing that they'd get rid of to hide their tracks. But that's still a thing in every Roman Catholic church. There's altar boys. It has to be a little boy, and he has to assist the priest.
God,
And
that's
it's
crazy.
part of the religion.
Oh,
You can still be like a Cub Scout
Yeah, right.
We blow.
Right.
We blow each other.
or like a Scout leader. Can you imagine being a Scout leader in today's day and age? You're like, no, I think they're gross.
Yeah, we're going camping.
Oh, dude, no, I just like camping. Like they
like
only
the
hire
tools.
like people with Down syndrome.
Yeah. I mean, anything where you're dealing, it's adults dealing with kids
Yeah.
without the parents around, they gravitate to that. It's like whether it's priests or youth ministers or teachers or scout leaders.
I know another one, and there's actually somebody that like he gave me weird vibes because he would like work with kids. I'm not gonna say who's a comic around here because I'm not like accusing him of anything.
Yeah.
But I also kind of am. So it's just how people who are like sticking up for a certain thing, like they're really like saying like this is wrong, that's wrong. That's what they've done.
Yeah, it doth protest too much. It's that whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that guy, he would call everybody out for being a pedo, and then I found out that he was like in the Big Sister or Big Brother.
Big Brother, Big
Yeah, he was in that program.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird, man.
Yeah, Big Brother, Big Sister, definitely.
And then he got on Kill Tony, and they accused him of it too. I was
Really?
like, yes. I was like, I'm not the only one thinking it.
Oh.
I'm not the only one thinking it.
Nice.
But that guy would call everybody out. He would even call out people that like hadn't even done it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I don't know, man. He gives me a vibe like he's like a freaking like
Yeah, we can
you know
smell our own. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
You're saying
yeah,
you can smell
exactly.
your own? Yeah.
It's a real whoever smelt it dealt it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
kinda-
like those guys on Twitter and social media and all that like they do the To Catch a Predator thing, and then they have people meet what they think is going to be like
Oh,
a
right.
15-year-old boy at like Walmart, and they just like punch them, and they like confront. They have their phones. They just beat the shit out of them, and they're like, "We're going to wait here for the cops" and all that. I'm like, it feels like you guys are having a little bit too much enjoyment of like,
Yeah.
Number one, it's either you guys just really, really want to beat the shit out of somebody.
Right.
And this is the person that, it's acceptable to beat the shit out of. Or number two, you guys are a little bit too like protesting and angry about.
Like one of y'all has some
Yeah.
some skeletons.
Yeah,
in your
it's like
closet.
how the loudest like the male feminist problem, right? The
One
loudest,
night.
more virtue signaling male feminists, all of a sudden, those are the ones that are getting shit come out about them. You know,
Oh, completely, dude. It's
you
like the
know.
gay
They're trying to
pastor
get
thing.
pussy.
yeah, it's like the gay pastor.
It's literally
yeah.
like the gay pastor who hates gay people. Like that. He's
Yeah.
protesting against like
Yeah.
something that he is.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt actually made that. Who is speaking of like woke pussy? I mean, he's awesome. I love that.
Isn't
Patton
that
Oswalt.
crazy
I
that
love
he
him
went
so
all
much.
woke pussy like that and he used to say like the N word in his act?
Yeah.
He's
Or no, that's fucking what's his face?
David Cross.
Yes, David Cross.
David Cross.
Yeah.
No, Patton Oswalt.
Same gen.
He went. He's one of those sensitive guys, right?
Yeah.
Because he is. I mean, and I love him. I will always love.
I mean, all
Patton
dykes
Oswalt.
are.
But yeah, he's the one who said something like the woke male feminist ally turns out to be a groper is the gay family values Republican being exposed for being gay of like the modern age.
Right,
is
right.
what that is. So yeah, anytime somebody's like way too much like into hating or like something that's was really acceptable to hate, that it's the worst kind of thing. It makes me think.
No, I agree.
You're a
It's
little too much.
to me it's fishy whenever you're like really really against something that we all already agree is bad, but you're like,
Yeah.
no, I mean I think it's really bad. It's like, why do you think it's really really really
This
bad?
podcast
huh?
is staunchly anti-rape murder.
Yeah.
We're very, very proud.
Unless it's like, you know, you're taking over a country and then it's like fair and square.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's
You
like
know, that's just the
statute of
game.
limitations.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
A long
I
time
mean,
ago.
if these kids didn't want it, they wouldn't dress so sexy.
Look,
Yeah.
they're not forcing these guys to become altar boys. You
Yeah.
have to want to become an altar boy.
Yeah.
So you
so
kind of walked
funny.
right into that.
Yeah. Josh has
Backwards. You kind of backed right into that.
Josh has a character he's been doing, which is the youth minister that's
Yeah.
a little bit too interested in the specific details of of boys and girls
A lot of
like
these young
committing
boys
sin.
are experimenting with one another in a loving male-on-male relationship, and I think it's inappropriate the way that they get together in private and just kind of joke about things and start touching each other. Lord,
with
Lord,
their
I can
softs.
see how it's tempting, and I understand that it's just delicious, disgusting how they're.
I get that your skin is soft and supple and reminds me of my baby's ass, but it's wrong and it's a sin.
That shouldn't be a saying either. Smooth as a baby's butt. Why do you know that? Why does everybody know how smooth a baby's butt is? And that's a frame of reference
Yeah.
for anything else there's other smooth stuff.
She had skin like a baby's ass. Why do you want a girl with skin like a baby's ass?
How many babies' asses have you been touching?
Trying to fuck a baby? What's this going on here?
Just let them be old enough to become an altar boy, at least.
Yeah.
I saw the map. We went to Jim's for Father's Day.
Yeah, that was his request for Father's Day.
Yeah, it was
He wanted
awesome.
to go eat breakfast at Jim's,
Yeah,
the
hell yeah.
diner.
Jim's Diner.
Yeah, it's like Denny's.
Have you ever
kinda.
been there? Oh yeah, it's like a Denny's / Waffle House kind of place.
Is it like an old Austin?
Yeah, there's only two of
Regular.
them. But they had a big map in the lobby where you wait.
Mm-hmm.
And it had Gulf of Mexico on there. They're never going to, I mean, there's a lot of places in Texas that have old maps on the wall. That's like a cool thing to have in Texas. And every one of them has the Gulf of Mexico. They're not going to be able to change that retroactively. The most maps for the last thousands of years, since there's been maps, they've been paper. You're not going to be able to go back and change those maps.
Mm-hmm.
All he did was change Google. And then he used a map for something, Trump on something, and it was an old digital map that said Gulf of Mexico on it. I was like, dude, you snipped the wrong screenshot.
Yeah.
You can't even use the one that. So that's obsolete. Those maps are obsolete. The old gay flag is obsolete now. The standard 7-color rainbow.
Because
No.
it changes every
we're-
like 3 months.
We're bringing it back.
Yeah.
We're eventually. I think everybody's going to eventually agree that like we don't need all the extra colors on there. Just the rainbow colors is fine.
Pronouns.
That's everybody.
Well, it's
Pronouns
an
are
ugly
obsolete.
design at this point.
Yeah, it's ugly. Like that was the joke I was doing last year whenever I was doing stand up. Is I was
It's
saying,
beautiful.
Like, my body is like the pride flag. It just keeps getting uglier.
That's
'cause,
good.
I mean, those
I like it.
colors do not go together. And the other thing is that community, like that's the artists, right? The gay and the trans and all those
Right.
are people are the art people. They should not like that flag because the colors clash so
Yeah.
bad. I mean, that's not
Right.
artistic.
Yeah,
That's not
RuPaul
good
probably
design.
would roast the shit out of that flag.
Yeah, RuPaul would.
That flag needs to work it.
Yeah,
I think it's also like funny that they all have to share the same month.
right.
And
I
that's
was
Pride
trying to
Month.
do a bit on that, and I couldn't get it to work.
But they're not less prideful the other 11 months. They're still pretty loud about being gay as fuck.
They're just a little more annoying about it. This one.
Yeah, if you guys going to shut up the rest of the time, or I mean, that's the deal.
I literally I've been doing jokes that I've done all throughout the rest of the year, but like since it's June, every now and then I'll have like one girl who's like, "It's Pride Month, bro,"
Yeah.
and then luckily I can like do something about how I'm trans or whatever, and then it gets a laugh.
Do you think that like conservative, religious black people don't like that Juneteenth is in the middle of Pride Month?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
they gonna put Pride Month in our Juneteenth month.
Juneteenth, fuck that shit. That's
Yeah,
I don't like that gay shit.
yeah. I ain't trying to hit no gay shit.
Did you know?
I'm not kidding though. I can imagine there's a lot of guys who
Yeah,
are like, during June, fuck
yeah,
your ass.
yeah. It's like the black pastor who's like, and on top of that, all these whiteys took our Juneteenth month and they made it Pride Month.
We can't have
I don't want to
nothing.
share with no gay folk.
Why couldn't Pride be month on the shortest month? February. They gave us the short ass month.
That's a good like from a black perspective premise. I'm sure somebody's got something like that.
Yeah, yeah. But it
Like
just,
surely.
because I mean they have Black History Month, which it's the shortest month of the year. It's
Yeah.
February, right? But then they also get Juneteenth now, even though that was that was a Texas holiday.
Yeah.
That was not a national holiday until somebody got their neck knelt on, and then everything turned. Like my company,
He was praying
my
Until
company
somebody.
moved. My company
on
moved
that guy.
Columbus Day to Juneteenth. So now I think we don't get Columbus Day off, but they moved it to Juneteenth, which is way more like woke and progressive because everybody hates Columbus Day because
We don't have Columbus Day anymore?
well, there's still technically Columbus Day, but it's also Indigenous Peoples Day because
Oh yeah, those smelly fucks.
yeah,
Indigenous words.
Indigenous. What are those? Is that like grandma? Like my grandma? Ugh.
Indigent Peoples Day. They need
Yeah.
to have that.
Indigenous.
So now it's a national holiday, and I'm pretty sure it's because of George Floyd that it's a national holiday.
You know, April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month.
I think June is also like men's
Health Awareness Day,
Yeah.
which has
Health
also
awareness.
become a good, like a, I don't know if you call it a dog whistle or a funny kind of trolly thing that now the right wing people are doing. They're just like, Happy Men's Health Awareness Day or Men's Mental Health Awareness Month,
Yeah.
right?
Anytime
As a
anybody
way
can-
to like say, fuck Pride Month. It's actually
Right.
men's Mental Health Awareness Day. You know, it's one of those.
I
now
kind of
it's
like that, like, you know, like I can like use that to my advantage. Like, don't you know that it's Pride Month? Yeah, but this is good for my mental health.
Yeah.
As a man, I
Yeah.
need to be
No,
able to make these jokes about how you're gay and retarded.
If anybody complains about the patriarchy in April, you can be like, you know, it's Testicular Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't joke like that. At least
You
during
know,
April, please.
I know a guy
Wait till
who's
May.
probably related to somebody with testicular cancer, so this hits home.
Yeah. Right.
Could have been my balls. Just 5 feet from my bobalones.
I could have been the person that guy knew.
So you've been dealing with your vices. You're
I've
struggling
been smoking
with.
weed.
Yeah, but you know you don't do porn or drink.
I've been relapsing. Let's call it that.
Okay.
I've been watching porn a little bit lately. I've
I
been
know.
like a fucking. I'm having like a second wave, like
A
in my-
renaissance, a pornaissance.
like more like a hornaissance. I'm fucking horny all the time. I'm like matching with people and talking to like fucking like 3 people at once.
Dude,
like,
you're,
let's go on
you're
a date.
31,
da-da-da.
dude. Get ass. Get out there and get all the
Yeah.
ass
Just
for the
go-
rest of us.
While you
But
still
I-
have the energy.
And come here and tell
I
us
just
about
don't
it.
remember being this horny like in my 20s. They said it was gonna go away, and now it's like more. It's like tenfold.
I asked my dad about that when I was 16, 17. I was like, this is like the apex of hormones, right? And he was like, no, it goes up real fast, and then the rest of your life, it just kind of keeps going up a little bit.
Okay, I believe that.
Now, eventually, like according to my friend who's 54,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I think he's kind of like lamenting lately that he doesn't wake up with a boner in the mornings anymore.
I would love that.
Yeah,
I wake up and the first thing I want to do is beat off every single day.
Yeah,
I want to roll over and go back to sleep, and I can't because there's a fucking baseball bat. Like
I hate it. I kind of don't like
morning wood.
just being sexually driven all the
Oh.
time. I'm
Yeah.
like horny often throughout the day.
Yeah, but
I'm also going like on a lot of dates lately, and they don't really lead it to anything like
What-
fruitful.
You need a freaking. That's when the sex robots are here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like it's just going to be an appliance for that specific
yeah,
purpose.
next to the dishwasher in the kitchen,
Yeah,
because then it can just go in there and clean.
yeah. Then it can just load the dishes while you're it can bend while it's bent over, loading the dishes in the dishwasher. You can just like get your thing going. And
Thanks, babe. Get the
take
hot
care of
water
that.
going.
Yeah. Yes, master. You know, it's gonna be awesome.
No, I've been
dude.
working on my vices and trying to control myself and not be a fat fuck and make better choices. So I was going to ask you what's your best method you've had of like stopping yourself from, when you stopped drinking, when you did less porn? Is there any tricks?
I really don't. I just keep trying over and over and over, and then one day I get really fed up with whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Like I started getting on ice cream again. I stopped
Yeah.
eating ice cream for like. I'll stop eating ice cream for like a year and a half.
Tillamook strawberry ice cream tastes like a field of strawberries, like fresh. So
Really?
good. Oh my god.
The problem I
The
have
cheese
is that
people make the best ice cream.
the problem I have is that my phone algorithm keeps telling me every time there's like a new Bluebell flavor, and they're always amazing. So
They are, yeah.
So I always have to at least go get a pint of whatever the new thing is.
You're lucky. My
See,
shit's
that's
telling
my
me about
thing is-
rotten food, and yours is telling you about nice new
Yeah.
shit.
I'll literally like one day I'll be like, I had a really good set. And then I did
I'm
an
gonna treat
open mic
myself.
afterwards,
Yeah.
and that went well. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, I fucking deserve like a little bit of pleasure. I work
Yeah.
hard for this shit, And then even if the next day like sucks and I'm in a mood, then I'll go get the same flavor. It's always Millennium Crunch.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'll eat that literally every day for like 3 months, and then one day I'm like sick
is
of
it?
like the
What's in
habit.
it?
Do what?
What is in it? Millennium.
It's kind of like chocolate and caramel and peanuts and like vanilla.
Keep
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, and they're like little like candies. They're essentially like
I like
like little
rainbow
mini
sherbet.
versions.
You ever eat rainbow sherbet?
fuck yes.
I put it in a Sprite,
oh,
so it's worse. It's like a Sprite float of sherbet.
Oh, that's fucking
It's this
so creative.
orange spritzer.
I love creative
It's
shit
so
like
good.
that. Let me tell you,
I don't get the green one from the rainbow sherbet. I just get the red, the pink, and the orange, and
dude.
put that in the. Oh my god!
You ever
it's so
get
good.
like a coffee ice cream and you put it on like a cookie?
oh.
And like the cookie, what happens is it
I
gets
forgot though.
soaked with the ice cream, so it has that kind of like gummy feel to it, like it's like chewy. But since it's cold, it doesn't like break apart. It doesn't get soggy.
I had to stop dipping croissants in my coffee. That was one of my favorite parts of the morning. I'm like, I'm having breakfast and coffee at the same time. I'm expeditious.
That's hard. I feel
Streamlining.
like I have to like make myself. I have to like literally like every couple months I give up pastries
Yeah.
because then I'll start making an excuse to eat them first thing in the morning.
Croissants are mostly air, but the rest of it is oil, butter, cheese,
Exactly.
thick bread.
Yeah, fucking pastries. Right now the thing I'm eating is like a fucking slice of like sourdough bread every morning with like a little bit of like low sugar jelly on it.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of like smoothie protein shakes. So at Costco, they have a really awesome smoothie mix. It's just a bunch of different kinds of fruit in a little bag, and you put that in with a scoop of like vanilla protein shake and oat milk. Oat milk is the one that I find gets the perfect like creaminess without any of the calories if you get the unsweetened or whatever.
Right.
And then a few ice cubes, and it's pretty close to an awesome almost milkshake.
You ever had
know.
cashew milk?
Yeah, I've had that. I like that. I was using almond coconut milk for smoothies, but I've made the switch to oat milk.
Oat milk's like nice and thick. It has
Yeah.
like a creaminess to it.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about cashew milk.
Yeah, cashew milk was a little bit like that too.
I used to like I had an ex and we would always like make like homemade like mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
And like I found like instead of regular milk, if you ever used cashew milk inside your mac and cheese, it's the sweetness of that cashew.
That's not milk.
I know.
That's nut juice.
Yeah, I know.
Nut milk. You know what I'm saying?
But for some reason, the way
For
it
it to be called
coagulated-
milk, there has to be a teat.
the way it coagulated with the fucking like it was like a good baking
It's like
ingredient.
vegan cupcakes. That's not cake. Cake is made of butter and
Yeah.
flour.
Eggs and flour. Yeah.
That's just a brown sponge.
You must have eggs and butter for cake.
Yeah.
Right.
That is part of the definition, right?
I was able to control my
Fat
diet.
white girls, there's no eggs and butter in them. I'll tell you that. They got that cake.
The way I was able to avoid vices was psychologically. I had an app that was like went through the whole. Why do you eat? Do you eat when you're bored?
Yeah.
What is the trigger? You know.
Uh huh.
So I'm trying to drink less. So I'm thinking, why do I want to get fucked up?
Mm.
And it's usually because shit's fucked up, and I'm just matching existing conditions. Like the world is fucked up.
Yeah.
Why don't I just also be fucked up?
Well,
But then, I used to use it recreationally for everything and go, I'm celebrating, I'm having a party, I'm having a good time, this is
Yeah.
social. But more and more as you get older, things get rough. You had a rough day and you go, man, I need a cocktail.
It's funny because you asked me that earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have any tips. But now I'm thinking like logically, like if you really are trying to quit something, like whatever that thing is, the main thing that I would recommend is like know that it's gonna suck,
Yeah.
and that you're gonna have to fill that need. Like it's you can't just like what do they call it, like
Your cold turkey.
Yeah.
cold turkey or like hard knuckle, whatever.
You're
whatever.
building
Yeah.
character.
White knuckle it.
You're becoming such a better person.
Raw dog it. You can't raw dog it.
You really can't. Like I feel like the only time it's ever worked for me, you have to fill it in with something else.
So what I did when I wanted to quit vaping, so I smoked cigarettes for a pack a day for several years, and then I switched to vaping, and then I decided to quit vaping. What I did is I would go outside just the same as whenever I would vape, because of course they're like, you can't vape indoors at work or whatever. And instead of vaping, I would put a cough drop in my mouth. So I got that kind of mint, kind of almost vapey type feeling in my mouth. And I'd hang out there and I'd talk to the smokers and the vapors who were out there and have my typical outdoor hangout with them that I would have.
Yeah.
And then I'd go back in, and eventually I just stopped everything.
So you got to get a proxy, like a placebo.
Yeah, well, kind of, but also like chemically know that you're going to need something to fill that. Like your body's not going to let you just go without not having happiness that you used to have throughout your day.
Yeah.
Because you get all miserable. But the way that I've always done it, whenever I like really got to give something up and it's really time to like, you got to really like get your shit together and stop doing that. Exercise is to me the thing that always helps.
Yeah.
That
like even if you're not like doing like heavy, the endorphins that you get from exercising, because your body, what happens is you get so confident that you want to stick to the discipline that you were thinking of in the first place. Like it not only like gives you the happiness factor, but then there's like a confidence on top of that.
Yeah, that was me before COVID, and then COVID hit and took it all away. It's all gone. But I think that is going to do it for the episode today.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Eric.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for being our third mic today.
Boogalooga doogaloo.
And I'm going to turn on, I think we're going to turn on Mario Kart on the Switch too.
Sweet.
And
what's the stance? I don't read the news, so what's the stance on all the ice drama? Am I supposed to hate them or do I like them?
You're in Austin, so if you want to get pussy, you got to hate them.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to deal with a couple more annoying uncles, but I can take that.
Yeah. That's our update for Juneteenth Eve. And I hope everyone has an awesome Black holiday. And sorry we didn't tell them for 2 years.
Fuck ice.
Yeah.
Am I
Fuck ice.
Am I right, ladies?
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Fuck ice.